Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to the Unexplored Mojave. Well, kind of. We are doing Unexplored Mojave because we're going to be looking at the 6 locations of the snow globes within Fallout New Vegas, but I feel like this is pretty common information. It's not really so unexplored, but this was recommended to me by Fuse Diagram 6102, and I wanted to do some kind of video about this because I thought it was like an interesting idea. So I thought, how can we make it more creative? And here's what I came up with. How fast can we go from rags to riches in Fallout New Vegas? There are 7 snow globes in the base game, and if we collect all 7 and give them to Mr. House's wife, Jane, we will get 14,000 bottle caps. So if we start with absolutely nothing on a brand new playthrough on very hard difficulty, how fast can we realistically collect all 7 snow globes? Now, 3 of the snow globes are concentrated in New Vegas, and 1 is at the very start of the game. However, the other 3 are pretty spread out. 1 is at Hoover Dam, 1 is at Jacobstown, and 1 is at, oh my god, Nellis Air Force Base. I knew this was going to be challenging. I wanted to do this video for a long time, so let's see how it went. So this was my first attempt at this little challenge that we created. So the goal was to get all 7 snow globes as fast as possible, so immediately I headed towards Goodsprings to pick up the snow globes. Now, some ground rules I set for this challenge. 1, no quick saving, because obviously if there was a deathclaw or something, I could just quick save and keep attempting it. However, autosaves I can utilize if, I die or something. Now, right off the bat, I suffered a major setback because these rad scorpions attacked me, and one of them got a hit in on me, causing me to lose most of my health. Honestly, I should have restarted the challenge here, but I decided to keep pushing through anyways. Then I jumped off a cliff and hurt my leg. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is on very hard difficulty, so it is really challenging. And the last bit is that we have nothing to start with. I dropped all of my items, so I don't have anything. So obviously the biggest hurdle is getting to New Vegas itself. However, by going to Black Mountain, we can actually avoid any contact with Deathclaws or super mutants. If you hug the wall, as you just saw me do, we can avoid getting the attention of the super mutants. There's a dead NCR soldier here, and we definitely want to pick up his armor. And as we make our way up this small little cliff, these rocks will come crashing down on us, but we can easily avoid them. However, I accidentally stepped in one of the many bear traps back there, and I lost even more health. After this, I came to the RepCon headquarters to use as a fast travel point. So yes, for this challenge, we can use fast travel, since we just literally restarted the game. Then I made my way to Camp McCarran, which was actually a lot easier than I thought, because on the old runway, there were several NCR soldiers stationed there who could distract the fiends while they shot at me. Then I decided to go ahead and make my way towards Jacobstown, because this would be the longest trek of the entire journey. I found that you want to stay a little bit to the right on the highway, otherwise you could accidentally come into contact with some cazadors. Then going into Jacobstown, it took about 8 minutes, a little bit less, so definitely the most time-eating portion of this kind of run. But it really cannot be helped, because the only other way here is through Red Rock Canyon, but there are so many cazadors there at level 1 on very hard, it would literally be impossible. After that, we got the snow globe, and I headed back to RepCon HQ, and at this time, I decided to make my way to Hoover Dam to get the snow globe there. However, I realized later this is kind of a bad method, but I'll explain why later. So I decided to go ahead though, go to Hoover Dam. Pretty easy, there's no real threats over here on the side of the map, as long as you kind of follow the train tracks. So pretty easy getting the snow globe. Then after this, I decided to head to Freeside to the Old Mormon Fort in order to get the next snow globe. Now, the problem with the Old Mormon Fort, at least I anticipated, was if we went through the Freeside East Gate, we might get attacked by a thug. So I went through the North Gate in order to get here safely, and no threat. Then as I came down, I wanted to buy some healing items for the boomers. But I could not find the doctor, and I wasted about 50 seconds looking for her. So, big waste of time, never found her, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I probably won't survive anyways because I have very low health, and I only got 1 stim pack from that dead NCR soldier earlier. So, we tried to make our initial attempt to Nellis Air Force Base. Obviously, the boomers are going to bomb us. Now, if you hug this left wall, there is a very small chance you might not get hit. I tried very hard, but we got hit. I think the best piece of advice I can give is do not stop running. Now, I decided to give it one more go, and if you want to save time, you could go in that shack there on the left to get an autosave, and I died again. After this, I gave up on this run. We were over 30 minutes, and my goal was honestly going into this to be about 30 minutes. So, here is attempt number 2. So, just like before, obviously, we're going to go to Goodsprings Cemetery, get the snow globe here, pretty easy. Now, very important here is you stay a bit to the north of the Yangtze Memorial. That way you avoid any rad scorpions. Since I didn't have rad scorpions chasing me this time, I decided to loot out the hollowed out rock and also loot this duffel bag over here, which had some good loot inside of it, which I could sell for some caps later on. After that, I made my way toward Neil's shack and through Sloan, which actually wasted a bit of time because I went too close to Sloan. And the same tactics here, just hug this wall, come around, get the NCR soldier's armor. That is extremely important so we can get to the New Vegas Strip. And then make your way up, hurry, 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 and you'll get past the boulders without taking any damage. From here on out, I just followed my initial plan, which was go to Repcon HQ to use as a fast travel point, use the NCR soldiers as defense from the fiends, and then we make the extremely long trek up towards Jacobstown. Like I said, I don't really have any other strategies to get to Jacobstown quickly, and for this challenge, we're not allowed to use glitches, so reload dashing is not an option. So we just keep on going up through this path. You have to be a bit careful of the giant mantises and the bighorners, but as long as you kind of mind your own business, they don't really bother you. Then we got the snow globe here at Jacobstown. This time I decided to go to Freeside and then Nellis Air Force Base, in case Nellis Air Force Base gave me trouble. So here in Freeside, I found Julie Farkas right away, so I ran up to her and I traded everything I had for some stim packs. Obviously, this ate up a little bit of time, but it may have been worth it, but you'll see why later. And then we decided to make our way towards Nellis Air Force Base. Now, I want to say, before doing this video, I did a lot of research on the best way to get to the boomers, and I watched a lot of videos and stuff, and I saw a lot of people say that they think it's impossible to reach the base without taking a little bit of damage. Some people said it is possible, but extremely rare. Well, whether it's dumb luck or this is just a really good tactic, I did manage to make it without taking any damage. So here is some video evidence that yes, you can actually make it to Nellis Air Force Base without taking any damage. Now right there, that bomb almost hit me, and if I hadn't gotten caught on those rocks earlier, and I paused the video so you could see, I may have taken a lot of damage. But I got the snow globe without taking any damage, and at this point I was like, wow, we really are in good shape. We have the Nellis Air Force Base snow globe, and we have the Jacobstown snow globe, what I anticipated would be the two most difficult snow globes to get. However, I was actually a bit wrong. Nellis Air Force Base is probably still the most difficult, but we'll see here in a bit. After that, I put on my NCR armor and made my way to Vault 21 in order to get the strip snow globe. Now, in order to get the strip snow globe, it is locked inside of Sarah's bedroom. So we have to pickpocket her room key off of her body. However, since I'm a level 1, I don't have high sneak. And I was unable to pickpocket this darn key off of her. I thought, hey, my initial thought was I would just beat her up and kill her. But she has way more health than I was anticipating, probably because it's very hard. So after another failed attempt, I decided to go ahead and buy a weapon from Mr. Holdout. So I traded the stim packs from earlier that I had not used in order to buy brass knuckles, which were the spiked knuckles, which was the best weapon that he had available. Then I made my way up to Mr. House, and I talked to him, got that conversation out of the way, and then I went up to the cocktail lounge to get the test site snow globe. After that, I made my way back to Vault 21. I decided to give Sarah one more chance, but she said no, and so I equipped my NCR armor and my knuckles, and I was anticipating a bit of a fight, but since I was hidden, I actually instant killed her, so that was far easier than I anticipated. So if you wanted to make this run better and improve on my time, you would definitely want to bring a weapon with you for Sarah, just in case you cannot pickpocket it. Obviously, there's a little bit of RNG involved, but if you fail to pickpocket her, then you can just simply kill her, which was really easy for me. Then I made my way back to Jane, Mr. House's girlfriend or wife or something like that, and then I traded in my snow globes for 14,000 caps. In just 36 minutes and 54 seconds, we truly went from rags to riches, about 1 day in Fallout time, in fact. So this was a really cool video and a really fun run to do, trying to get 14,000 caps as quickly as possible. Now, the thing I was most impressed with in this run was I was able to do it without losing any health. I think that would be pretty difficult to replicate, but hey, you're free to give it a go if you want. Now, you could obviously improve on this run by taking a different approach to Sarah in Vault 21. Also, I wanted to give a huge shout out to this character, Gulag Benny. I did another challenge video with this character a long time ago. I really like this kind of character and his setup, so if you want to know more about his backstory, you should check out that video as well. Also, if you like challenge videos. Now, if you guys like this video, please let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you have any recommendations for future unexplored videos, locations, or video ideas, please post them in the comments section below. And also, I wanted to give an apology to Fuse Diagram 6102, just because I wanted to do this video a long time ago, but at the time he posted that comment, I was already caught up in doing my Honest Hearts video. But here it is, and I hope everyone enjoyed. And as always, until next time.